Right when I was diagnosed, my husband and I were actively trying for a family, which is heartbreaking for us both. Jan 1, the following day, I was diagnosed with cancer and told I was terminally ill.
Veronica, you chased a story to the halls of the Trenton legislature where there is a debate that's brewing from some advocates who are pitching New Jersey elected representatives to pass a law about assisted suicide. What do you got?
Right. Well, Brittany Maynard, here on the cover of People magazine, brought this issue back into the spotlight. She's only 29 years old, dying of terminal cancer, and she has elected to end her life in just the next few weeks. She's doing this in Oregon. And here in New Jersey, legislators are trying to make that same privilege a reality. So I chased this to Trenton today, where I met with people from Compassion and Choices. They were all there wearing stickers that said, "My life, my death, my choice." And I spoke with Assemblyman John Bursichelli from the 3rd District.
It's become clear to me that people in New Jersey would like to have a choice in addition to palliative care and the wonderful services of hospice.
The bill would allow for a mentally competent, terminally ill adult to request a prescription for life-ending medication that would be self-administered. That would ultimately reduce suffering at life's end. So to kind of bring in the other perspective of this, people who might not agree with this, we have Len Dio here via Skype. He's the president of the Family Policy Council, to bring us a little insight on why people might be opposed to giving New Jersey residents the right to have this choice.
You know, one of the things that's really bothers us about this issue is the one word is hope. And what physician-assisted suicide takes away from people is hope. Senator Ted Kennedy was given 2 to 4 months to live, and he opted to live his life, fight. He ended up living an extra 15 months. What assisted suicide does is it cuts that off.
We spent a lot of time, we've talked about it on this show, this uncomfortable, rising and alarming rate of suicide. Suicide among teenagers, suicide among young adults, suicide among people who have given up and they've turned to put a bullet in their head or they've turned to overdosing on pills. I see this movement as just wanting to clean up that idea that, well, you don't have to shoot yourself, you don't have to hang yourself in the garage. We're going to give you a pill to end your life and end your suffering. What's the difference?
They're not dying from the inside out. These people are dying from the inside out.
How do you know? How do you know why people decide to kill themselves?
People jump off the George Washington Bridge for all kinds of reasons. That's why we have suicide prevention lines. That's why on the George Washington Bridge,
totally different debate.
Millions
no, it's not.
to raise
a totally different debate.
Our job as those who are still living here and feeling healthy is to make sure our neighbors feel healthy. How about having some compassion?
The one thing that that all of us can agree to is that we have no idea what it's like to be 29-year-old Brittany Maynard who came to this decision. And I think that's what makes the debate so much more difficult, because none of us can speak from experience.
The reason to consider life and what's of value is to make sure you're not missing out. Seize the day. What's important to you? What do you care about? What matters? Pursue that. Forget the rest.